Wow. Now we are live here on the YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, BTL. Dana White won't face punishment by the UFC endeavor for NYE incident. Well, Phil Baroni could get 50 to 75 years in prison for alleged murder. Neighbors saw the violent temper. Okay, maybe we'll check this one out here. Chat, how goes it? Tom Green, Austin, Shane Bryant, Sean M, Big Troy Allen. Oh yeah, we got the harmonica every fucking day. We got the harmonica. Where did that shit go? God damn it! Let's check out some MMA current news. I didn't get to do a ton of MMA news in this last pod, but it's a good pod. I think you guys are going to enjoy it with the certified health nut. But Phil Baroni gets 50 to 75 clean fucking years. This is what we were talking about, CTA. Retired MMA fighter Phil Baroni could face even more serious consequences than previously thought, convicted for attempted murder in Mexico. Reported Wednesday, ESPN Baroni could be sentenced to 50 to 75 prison years for aggravated femicide. The charge made against him after police found a dead woman said to be the ex-UFC fighter's girlfriend. What a fucking psycho, bro. But the thing is, he's probably done steroids for so long. He's probably had so much fucking brain damage being a part of a team. What was the MMA team called? It was called, with Mark Coleman and Mark Kerr, Hammer House. Those Hammer House guys probably sparred every day and just beat the tar out of each other's brains. So listen to this. Baroni initially told police the woman hit her head when he pushed her into the shower during an argument. Later found her unconscious after stepping out for a beer and some cigarettes. Police allegedly found 37 separate injuries on the woman, characterized as a form of head to toes. Jesus Christ, Phil Baroni. In court, the victim's sister testified she saw bruises, hematomas, and told her sister to report Baroni, but the alleged victim feared violent reprisal. Baroni has retained a private attorney after initially being represented in court. Prosecutors say he can reduce his potential sentence by 25% with a guilty plea. They plan to fight his extradition to the U.S. due to serious of the crime. Wow, too fucking bad, dude. That's why you don't get brain damage and then beat the fuck out of your loved ones. You just don't do it. You just don't. Hey, Caleb Brink. Oh, my posture's A1, baby. I woke up this morning, did my shit, did an hour of cardio, which is a pain in the ass, and I hate doing it, but I got to not get fat, so that's what I got to do. Chris BJJ, don't worry about that, brother. You're a member at the TW headquarters, which is good enough. Hey, Jime Time, how are you doing, bro? Phil Baroni is not a good jabroni. What else we got here? Dana White won't face punishment by the UFC endeavor for NYE incident. Dana White addressed the media. Did you guys watch the video? I watched the video too, and he said, what should the repercussions be? You tell me, White said to Vegas. I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? I told you guys when we were going through COVID could last 10 years. I could sit it out. Blah, blah, blah. Do I need to reflect? No, I don't need to reflect. The next morning when I woke up, you know what I mean? I've been against this. I've owned this. I'm telling you that I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? What the fuck do you think should happen to Dana? Because I'm kind of on the same side. It's like he admitted he fucked up. Should he get a ticket from the police? Should he be being suspended ain't gonna help shit? What is that gonna do? What do you guys think about the Dana thing, chat? I'm bored of this Dana White drama. She slapped him first. Leave him alone. I kind of feel the same, Acro. I told Mariah, Mariah's like, I just can't see you ever hitting me. I'm like, yeah, probably not. Probably not. But if you smacked me and it fucking hit my nose or something, I'd be like, I don't know what I'd do. I don't think I'd hit back, but it's like, maybe hit her just as hard as she just hit me. But you do got to treat people how you want to be treated. So if you walk up to someone to juice someone, expect it to get juiced back. She's not going to press charges, dude. Love you too, Jody. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of getting old too. People loved it though. Like even, I like Ariel a lot, but he loved that Dana fucked up. But because Dana has said shit about fighters in the past where he's like, you do not beat women. You'll get cut, blah, 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 blah. And then he did that. But whatever. He owns the fucking company, so he's not going to get cut. That's probably why a lot of the fight announcements haven't happened yet. This Aljamain Sterling shit is confusing me too. I can't tell if Aljo's just completely capping or if he's being serious. I wish I fucking knew. Because, guys, a torn bicep... Sorry, my camera keeps getting away from my shit. A torn bicep takes 6 months to heal. I've torn both of mine, completely torn both my bicep tendons. And they take a long time to reheal. I agree, Caleb Brink. Caleb Brink says, grown men don't put their hands on women, but I don't think anything should really happen to them. It's like, yeah, what can you do, though? I mean, she didn't die. I don't know. It's fucked. Laura Bennett. See, I like that outlook. Laura Bennett, equal rights means equal fight. Hey, Tim, stay blessed, man. Suspect, thank you. Tony Redbox. What's up, brother? Guys, the pod's going to go live here in 15 minutes. So I thought I'd get on here, shoot the shit, get the crowd juiced up, and then we'll go live on the pod at noon, and I'll sit in the chat, too, and we'll shoot the shit. Gegard Mousasi's back. Dude, a lot of the MMA fans, new MMA fans that don't know who Gegard Mousasi is, look that motherfucker up. Gegard Mousasi is a bad motherfucker. I would love to see him fight Pereira or some of these other guys. He's been at it for so long, and he's so goddamn skilled. Fabian Edwards, not sure who that is. Brandon Moreno explains how James Krause situation affected training camp. It was hard when everything started. Well, I'm sure. I wonder what James Krause is doing. I wonder if I would get in trouble for having James Krause on the pod, or even if he would. He might not. He's probably trying to stay low-key, not saying shit, because especially if the feds are on him, the FBI raided his shit, he could go to the pen, straight to the fucking pen. Did you guys see this morning someone pulled up Conor McGregor's likes, and he was liking some guy jacking off? He probably got hacked. Or he's watching some guy jacking off. Fuck, who knows? A little weird. Dude, I'm pumped for the fights, though, this weekend. Let's go. Finally, we got some fights back in action. Make some steaks this weekend. Sean Strickland. I mean, I feel like Sean Strickland's always fun to watch. His interviews are good as fuck. Calling the French quitters. The kid's entertaining. I mean, you can't not like Sean Strickland if you like entertainment. Brad Tavares out. How was Dana responsible? FaZe Temper says fighters are getting robbed by UFC. Let's see what this says. FaZe Temper, known as one of the founders of the professional esports entertainment organization FaZe Clan, loves boxing more than anything else right now. On Saturday, he plans on taking his boxing career to the next level by beating KSI and possibly setting up a lucrative matchup with fellow digital influencer Jake Paul. And then he said, maybe I'll fight MMA one day, but right now I'm focused on boxing, said FaZe Temper, who holds a professional record of 1-1 in boxing and 1-0 as an amateur. I started getting interested in boxing with these influencer bouts, but after I did, I'm too involved right now. I'm watching a lot of professional boxers. I didn't appreciate the art of boxing before. I thought it was boring compared to MMA. But the boxing world is gigantic, and the art is awesome. When you understand the way you have to break your opponent, not only physically but also mentally, it's like a game of chess. It's awesome. I'm completely loving it. The Brazilian boxer said he's getting paid good money to replace Dylan Dennis on short notice and face KSI in the squared circle Saturday in London. Even though he hopes to box Paul in the future, Oliveira, who's phase, I think, applauds him for joining the Professional Fighters League and potentially increasing fighter pay in MMA. I hope the MMA worlds grow financially because these fighters, especially UFC fighters, they deserve more, brother. They're getting robbed, Face Temper said. What Jake Paul is doing right now, joining PFL and helping these fighters financially, I have huge respect for him because these fighters deserve more. They're getting robbed. I hope this world gets bigger and fighters start to get paid what they deserve. Yeah, well, Face Temper. We'll fucking see, huh? Dude, I don't know who owns PFL, but it's probably a big fucking company. And if it's a company that owns all these different all these different television channels and companies, like a company like Viacom or something, they can probably afford to get Francis. What else is in the news, chat? I know, Troy. I love this interview. Chris BJJ. I don't know if... Yeah, he Strickland probably does have a lot of CT, but also, dude, he just has a fucked up childhood. He has a fucked up, abusive childhood where his dad was just a piece of shit. He told his dad to commit suicide, and I don't know if his dad did, but it's some fucked up shit. It really is. What's the chance of Sugar fighting Henry? 5-foot Henry. Dude, the chances, it's so hard to say. The UFC doesn't really know. I think the last UFC said that everything's good to go, but I don't know if they saw Aljo's interview. Aljo could be completely lying. Last I heard, I talked to someone close to Henry and said it was a done deal in March. But like I said, if Aljo's wanting to wait till his bicep tendon repairs, that's going to be 6 months. If he gets a real bicep tendon repair, it's going to be 6 months. It's probably partially torn, so there's not really much he's going to be able to do about it. It's just going to tear more. It's exactly what happened to me. One Championship signs multi-year partnership with Monster Energy. Boys, Monster Energy must have some serious fucking bread. They sponsor the gym monthly. They sponsor so many things. They should probably use it all as tax write-offs or sponsorship shit. It's crazy how huge Monster is. Aljamain Sterling reveals torn bicep issue. Sean O'Malley pushes for the Henry Cejudo fight. God, I hope we get that fucking fight, chat. I hope we get that fucking fight, chat. Tony Redbox, let's go, baby. This pod will be top 5 in 3 years. I said what I said. Tony, fucking love you, brother. Thanks for all the support, Tony. My buddy's Certified Health Nut gave me one of his superfood supplements. It's his drink with all this shit in it. Really good shit. No, but for real. Like with Henry, dude. Like, let's get this fucking fight. I think Henry thinks Sugar's going to be a lot easier of a fight than it's going to be. Sterling said Cejudo's wrestling style required specific training that would make his injury worse. And he said he needed to get more healthy, blah, blah, blah. I go over this in the pod, the video where he talked about it. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Sugar said, is Aljo co-main fighting Henry or not? I'm confused. He said his bicep is torn. If that's the case, let me beat up Henry. The thing is, we've been training. Sean's in good fucking shape. If the UFC called and said, hey, let's do Henry in March. All right. He's in good fucking shape. So we'd have probably 11 weeks, 10, 11 weeks, which would be literally perfect for a 5-round fight. And now Henry's been sitting out for 3 years or more, and he's going to come back and he's going to fight one of the best striker in my opinion, obviously biased, but top 2 best strikers in the UFC. Like, if Henry thinks Sugar's going to be anything like Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw, he's going to find out that night that it's going to be a whole different type of shit. When he fought TJ, legit a swift breeze. If a swift breeze would have went through that arena and went, woof, it probably would have knocked out TJ. When he's cut to 125, he was just a fucking string bean. Literally a swift breeze would have knocked him out that night. So Henry, boom, backhands him, wobbles him, and finishes him. That wasn't that impressive. And I think the longer you wait with this fight for Henry, the more dangerous it gets for him. How do you prepare for Henry? Henry's going to try to kick his legs, which is way easier said than done. Henry's going to try to punch his body, way easier said than done. Henry's going to try to take him down. Okay, then, but what are you going to do to take him down? You going to pass the guard? You going to try to take the back? No, he's going to sit in the guard and try to beat on him. But like I said, again, easier said than done. Tougher matchup? I think Aljo. He's just fucking huge. He's huge. I mean, he's not that huge based on what he said, but just being around him, he is big. And talking to Taquino, our professor who fought Aljo, said he's very strong. But you saw what happened in the first fight with Peter and Aljo. Aljo came out there all frantic, so uncomfortable on his feet, gassed out. And the thing is, if he ends up gassing out like that against Sugar will probably piece him up. But I think Aljo's a fucking problem. You make one mistake with Aljo and you don't have the right reaction against Aljo, that little motherfucker's on your back for the rest of the round. %, Tony, that's going to happen regardless of who it is. The only thing Tony says, the only thing I'm worried about is with Henry is that he's been out for 3 years, and when Suge goes out and smokes him, he's going to here come the bandwagon haters saying that's the only reason he won. No matter what, Tony, no matter what, there's going to be people saying, whoa, just crying about it. Zachary Riley, I plan on doing more live shows, brother. I'm glad you like it. 5 minutes till the pod goes live. 5 minutes. Boys, if you guys do me a huge favor when the pod goes live, like the actual video and comment on it, and I'll be in the chat too, shooting the shit. The Certified Health Nut guy's a pretty crazy guy. It's a pretty good pod. I think you guys are going to like it. 4 minutes till it goes live. Yeah, again, Kenny. Dude, when someone's standing 4 feet away from you and switching stances and they're really fast twitch and you can't get a read on where they're at, they're going to be hard to take down. Yes, Peter scored against Sean on the fence a couple times. When we were in Abu Dhabi, I wanted to do more wrestling and I wanted to do more Raw wrestling, but Sean really kind of didn't want to. He was just like, I don't really want to. I just want to just do my striking right now. Which now he knows, like, hey, we need to do our fucking wall wrestling always, no matter what. But we're going to be working on that. We're going to be working a lot of wall wrestling. Dude, I hope this fucking fight happens so bad. It's gonna, though. I really think it's gonna. Tim, you fight Aldo, you can hit him. How would y'all prepare for Cheeto? How would y'all prepare for Cheeto? Probably the same way we did the first time. I'm telling you guys, that was during COVID. We were training in a warehouse. We picked out a couple of different partners for Cheeto. And we were in good fucking shape for Cheeto. Phenomenal shape. Sparring bigger guys. And that just fucking happened. So we'll probably prepare the same. What up, Austin Weebrink? Dude, let's go, Austin. Thank you for the 3 fucking months, Austin Weebrink. Moderator, too. Yeah, Mitch Des, you're right. You're right. But also, you can be elite at wrestling, and you go against a guy who's very dangerous off his back, who's very flexible off his back, long and stringy, and has very good attacks from the front headlock. And on bottom in the guard, they're constantly good at getting an angle with their hips and setting up omoplatas and triangles. And then you try to posture up too high because you're defending all that shit, and then they kick you in the chest and then get up. You can't just be good at wrestling. You got to be good at jiu-jitsu. And I think a good jiu-jitsu guy is going to fuck up a wrestler. You see Islam Charles, it's like, okay, Islam's good as fuck at jiu-jitsu. You can't just say Islam's a wrestler because he's not. He's been doing jiu-jitsu his whole life. In that last Will Harris video with him and Habib saying how much they grapple. They grapple and grapple and grapple and grapple and grapple. They don't just wrestle. They do jiu-jitsu. And you can clearly see when Islam took down Charles, it wasn't just wrestling. He grabbed his ankles. He passed a half guard, sat in that head and arm control. Head and arm choked him with jiu-jitsu. Do you see Henry getting gassed his fucking 5 rounds considering the layoff? Possibly Nick Brown. Possibly because Sean has a good chance at, a good way of making fights a sprint. And people get so fucking tired trying to chase him down and trying to cut him off and then trying to put him against the fence like everyone thinks is so easy to do. 1 minute till the pod goes live, chat. Sorry, I should have fucking had this down the whole time. 1 minute till the pod goes live. Will you guys please comment and like on the pod video right away, and I'll be live in the chat talking with you guys. Colt Baker, I hope that fight happens too. Sandhagen versus O'Malley. The thing is, Sean wants to be in the UFC for a while. All these fights are going to happen. All these top fights, they're going to be big fights. All these fights are going to happen. So you're going to see Corey versus Shug. You're going to see Cheeto versus Shug. You're going to see all these guys. So it'll be good. Yeah, Mitch Dess. I'm trying to think because who's the middleweight striker champion, heavyweight, not a wrestler. Who's the 205 champion? No 205 champion right now. 170 champion striker, Leon Edwards. 155 champion, Islam wrestler. 145 champion, Volkanovski, not a wrestler. 135 champion, Aljo wrestler. So at one point, it was all wrestlers that were the champions, but that's slowly changing. Okay, guys, head over to the actual pod. It's going live in about 30 seconds. I'll see you guys over there. Please like and comment on it. I love y'all. Thanks for popping into the live chat. Phoenix Real Estate Collective. You can borrow the gold chain. Just make sure you give it back to me. All right, brothers.